Thursday, September 13th. It is our first lab day of the year. And again, you get seating choice, so choose wisely. The outcomes for today are that you can collect distance and time measurements, that you understand ways to collaborate in science, that you can analyze data with various methods. So what we want you to do is to participate in an experiment as a productive group member, accurately collect data, and create a graph using data. For the lesson plan, quick reminder to turn in number 5 when you're ready. Suggested due date is today, so if late notices on Classroom bother you, be sure to turn it in. But we will review answers on Monday. So for those of you that are still plugging away at those, for the fun of it, you can. But remember, your only commitment was the time in class yesterday. You just needed to attempt at least one of these problems and show progress. And then we're going to clock a superworm. We'll go over the lab specimens, give you group roles, and then begin the investigation today. So rules and regulations for studying living things. These are some federal guidelines that we'll look at. They're posted on task number 6 in Classroom for you. And we'll talk about what guidelines we need to follow with our superworms. Meet the superworm, not a life-size photo. And you're going to calculate the speed of the superworm. So start thinking about in your groups, what is speed? What would you need? Hint, hint, think about the outcomes for the day. To calculate, to find speed, or gather in terms of data to find speed. And how would you find the speed of something that crawls? Because you're going to be expected to attempt to do that here in a few moments. Some suggested roles. Classic group of 4. If you're not in a group of 4, some will have to absorb some of the roles of other titles. But you might have a technician, a director, a materials manager, and a facilitator. But the goal here is that we have somebody who can ensure that we're collecting data accurately and know how to make graphs and things. Someone who be in charge of the materials. Someone who is comfortable reading and following procedures. And someone who can keep the whole group organized and keep track of time and make sure that we're making progress. Then it is time for the Superworm Speed Lab. So I'll show you where the materials are in class and get you started.